Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton forged pendant called a planer, and this is going to be the smaller out of the three of them that exist. This is the 1397-18, and we have a lot to cover, so let's get into it. So when we talk about the height of the fixture body itself, it's going to be the bottom part, not including the telescoping rods, which we'll get into in a second. So that's going to be 11 inches tall, 12 inches wide, and has a depth of 10.6 inches. So it's really not tiny, but it's also not huge. So it's used in a variety of places. People use this over kitchen islands. They use it maybe in a stairway, maybe over a small table, all kinds of different places. So now let's get into the adjustable ranges. If you're familiar with Hubbardton Forge, they have a patent on this whole telescoping rod idea. So this rod telescopes into this rod. Where they come together is called a clutch, and there's a little set screw right here. It's going to come with this little tiny wrench, and when you get this to where you want it to be, high or low above whatever you're doing, you just tighten that little screw and it locks it into place, so it's not going to go up and down anymore. When we talk about the overall heights or ranges, and you'll see there's a pull-down menu up on the right-hand corner. It says choose your adjustable range. Now we're talking about the whole thing, from the ceiling to the bottom of the fixture, not just parts. So let's go over those to begin with. Short is going to be 30.6 to 40.6. Remember, that's from the ceiling all the way to the bottom of the fixture. Standard is 39.9 to 49.9. Long is 46.9 to 60.8. If you need this shorter than the short or longer than the long, we do custom every day. So the beauty of Hubbardton Forge is everything is made here, so we can do those kind of things. So let's say you're coming in and you say, I have a shorter ceiling. I need this to be shorter, coming down shorter than 30.6 inches. Let's say you said 25 or 24 or 23. You would email me and say, hey, I'm looking at the 1397-18. I need this to be X, 18 inches overall height, 24 inches overall height, or 150 inches overall height. I take that email, I shoot it over to the customs department. It takes a couple days for it to run around over there through engineering. Comes back to me. I email you guys a quote, and adds a little more time, adds a little more money. Non-returnable, but we do customs every day, so it's just something you guys should know. Okay? So after that, let's get into more details. I want to show you a lot of details on this, and how we're going to do that is we're going to look at the installations instructions PDF. So if you're on the page for this fixture on our website, Handmade in Vermont, look over on the right-hand side, midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. Good information there. It's going to show you how this whole thing works, how it comes together, full parts list. It's going to show you good technical drawings, and a lot of you guys want to see those kind of things. It's going to show you that it's going to be using a square 5-inch canopy, and that's going to go over your standard 4-inch junction box without any problem at all. There are attachments that will be shown in those diagrams, so pay attention to those. This is slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees. At the top of it, there's a little knuckle. See that, how it just bends like that? So let's say this is your slope ceiling. You're going to be fine with a 45-degree slope all the way down to flat, so we cover you there. This is only weighing 11 pounds, so it's very light. It's just going to hang from a normal junction box. You don't have any issues going on with that either. And why don't we jump into what's inside of this? So a lot of people, they hear LED, they're not quite sure exactly how they work. Let's kind of explain how they work. So you have 24 watts of LED that are going to be pushing out 580 lumens of light. That's 75 watt, 80 watt equivalent. Depends on actually the color temperature. Sometimes this is going to be using 3000 Kelvin, which is considered warm white, throws quite a bit of light. This is an LED strip. It's called a light bar, and there are embedded strips of LEDs in this. I wish I could take it out, and I don't think I can, but it gives you the idea what's in this. And you'll notice there's a frame that is on this fixture. So embedded in the sides of the frame is this kind of idea, okay? And how these LEDs work are they're pushing light toward each other from the sides of this. So they're going into a frosted acrylic diffuser that's in the middle of that. It's hitting all of the little frosted parts, you call it that, and that's reflecting and refracting light up and down. So you get a lot of light up, a lot of light down, and that is kind of the magic of how these LEDs work. It's a really brilliant idea, and you'll see it on the bigger planers too. They have longer strips, so on those, you got these longer strips on the side, and they're pushing light toward each other. So check those guys out too. It's a great way to do it. Okay, so that is how LEDs work. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variance on there in that video. So it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton forged fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton forged stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton forged fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton forged. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads lying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen, take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to, okay? And also the boxes and clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton forged fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case, so always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.